Hello and thanks for joining me, your sports pilot James Glory, on another exciting edition of Sport Vibe on DNTWOK, where we bring you exciting and latest sport happenings across the world of sports every Tuesday. This week won't be an exception, so I would implore you to please stay tuned because we will be right back shortly after this break. Welcome back. It's a beautiful Tuesday where we'll be starting from the world of Formula One, talking about Max Verstappen, who is back to his winning ways. You remember he couldn't win the Australian Grand Prix, but now he has won the Japanese Grand Prix that was just concluded during the weekend. Quite an interesting one for the Red Bull drivers, who finished fourth and second position respectively in the Japanese Grand Prix, where we talk about Max Verstappen finishing fourth and you talk about Sergio Perez finishing second in Japan, and the Ferrari driver were only able to finish third and fourth respectively, after these two were able to finish first and second in the Australian Grand Prix. And in the third position was Carlos Sainz, who was able to finish third position in Japan, and in the fourth position we talk about Charles Leclerc, who was also able to win the driver of the day in Japan. It was just about the Red Bull and the Ferrari in the Japanese Grand Prix. Quite an interesting one, and what a way for Max Verstappen to respond after losing out in the Australian Grand Prix. And quickly, let's switch our attention to the world of tennis, where we talk about the Monte Carlo Masters that is going on right now. Remember, the headline of that particular competition that will be ending next Sunday is that Rafael Nadal once again is not participating in that particular competition. Should Rafael Nadal put the end to his career in the world of tennis, as he's yet to participate in any ATP competition in the year 2024. Rafael Nadal fans will be shocked not to be seeing him play at the tennis court in the year 2024. I would advise him to put an end to his career, but let's see if he will be able to come back strong and prove me wrong in the world of tennis. But quickly talking about football, we talk about one of the interesting leagues in the world of football, where we talk about the English Premier League, where Arsenal are back to the top of the table on goal difference ahead of Liverpool, who couldn't win Manchester United during the weekend. You will remember that Manchester United were defeated by Chelsea 4-3 during the midweek, and during the weekend they played Liverpool and they were able to get a crucial 1 point that could look critical and very important for Arsenal, as they are sitting comfortably at the top of the Premier League, comfortably on goal difference, if you permit me to use the word comfortably, for the Premier League leaders right now. You remember that Manchester City are sitting at the third position, just 1 point behind Arsenal and Liverpool. Quite an interesting one for Manchester City, who were able to win during the weekend against Crystal Palace to get a crucial point that will help them gather momentum in the title race in the Premier League. And talking about their skipper, you talk about Kevin De Bruyne scoring his 100th goal for Manchester City. You know that Kevin De Bruyne arguably is one of the best midfielders in the world of football. And also, when you talk about his rival, you talk about his rival that currently plays for Manchester United. You talk about Bruno Fernandes. During the weekend, he was able to score against Liverpool to get his 50th Premier League goal in the world of football. Quite an interesting one for Bruno Fernandes also. And in that particular match, we saw a young talent, Kobe Meno, scoring his fourth goal at the Old Trafford Stadium to secure a 2-2 draw against Liverpool, where Arsenal will be excited with the result. I'm definitely sure that Manchester City will be excited with the result that was gotten by their rival Manchester United. And also talking about football, we switch our our attention to the Spanish La Liga, but this time around we'll be talking about one of the competition that was played during the weekend, talking about the Copa del Rey, as Atletico Club wins the Copa del Rey for the first time since the year 1984. 40 years ago was the last time that Atletico Club won the Copa del Rey, but they have been able to do it in the year 2024 to win it for the first time since the year 1984. Quite an interesting one for them. They were able to secure that tournament and that particular trophy on penalty shootout against Malaco. And also, quickly, let's go on a very short break, and when we're right back, we continue right from where we stop. Welcome back. You will permit me to go back to the Premier League, where we talk about the relegation battle that is going on. Remember, before the break we talked about the title race. Permit me to talk about the relegation battle, where we see Luton winning their match during the weekend. But an interesting one during the weekend was a match between Everton and Burnley, where Everton defeated Burnley 1-0 to keep their hope alive of remaining in the Premier League. Quite an interesting one for them. They are back to their winning ways after being unable to win their last 13 matches in all competitions. Quite an interesting one for Everton. Let's see if they will be staying in the Premier League. Another team that I will be hoping that they will be staying in the Premier League is Luton Town, who were able to win during the weekend, and let's see if they will be able to continue in the Premier League next season. And let's move our attention to the Bundesliga, where we talk about the team in form. We talk about Bayern Leverkusen, who have been able to continue with their unbeaten streak as Bayern Leverkusen make it 41 unbeaten streak in all competitions. Quite an interesting one for the Xabi Alonso side, who are just one game away from winning the Bundesliga this season after Bayern Munich slept during the weekend and were unable to win their match. This means Bayern Leverkusen are 16 points ahead of the defending champion Bayern Munich. Quite an interesting one for the Xabi Alonso side, playing 41 matches unbeaten in all competitions and on the verge of winning the Bundesliga for the very first time in the history of the club. They are just one game away from doing that, and next week they might just be crowned the champions of the Bundesliga. And talking about Bayern Munich, who are not in form, losing all competition, domestic competition, where we talk about German competition and German Cup in the German Bundesliga this season. Bayern Munich are still in the Champions League, and they could put things right in the Champions League tonight when they will be facing Arsenal Football Club. Will Bayern Munich be able to defeat Arsenal Football Club to keep their hope of winning a trophy alive this season? Arsenal are currently in form. You remember that their last 10 matches in the Premier League, they have not lost any, and their only loss in the year 2024 came against Porto, first leg, where they were able to salvage and make it through to the point where they will be facing Bayern Munich tonight. Will Bayern Munich be able to defeat Arsenal Football Club, or will Arsenal be taking the revenge? You remember that at some point Bayern Munich were able to defeat Arsenal 8-2 in the Champions League. Will Arsenal be able to take the revenge on Bayern Munich, who are definitely not in form this season under Thomas Tuchel? Let's see what will be happening in the Champions League tonight. And also we'll be witnessing an interesting match in the Champions League tonight, where we'll be seeing Manchester City taking on Real Madrid in the Champions League. These two were the finalists in the year 2022 and the year 2023. Will they be making it to the finals this season also? And on Wednesday we'll be seeing another match being played in the Champions League, where we'll be seeing Paris Saint-Germain taking on Barcelona in the Champions League, and also we'll be seeing Atletico Madrid playing Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League night on Wednesday. Who will be making it through to the semi-finals of the competition, and who will be making it to the Wembley Stadium, where the finals of the Champions League will be played? Will it be Real Madrid? Will it be Arsenal Football Club? We are rooting for Arsenal, we are rooting for Manchester City. If you are a fan of the Premier League, will it be the Real Madrid or will it be Atletico Madrid making it through? If you are a fan of the Spanish La Liga or the Paris Saint-Germain will winning the Champions League for the first time in the history of the club, or will it be the Bundesliga team Borussia Dortmund making it to the finals? Let's keep our fingers crossed as we'll be enjoying good football tonight in the world of Champions League, and on Wednesday night also in the world of Champions League. This is the length at which we'll be going on this week's episode of Sport Vibe on DNTWOK. For more news and sports stories, follow us across our various social media handles at Sport Vibe on DNTWOK. Enjoy your week, remain blessed. Thank you.